Welcome to my class. Today's topic: Who did Patrick's homework? The author, the Carol Moore, from the subject English Class 6. So the image here represents a boy. The cartoon image represents a boy called Patrick, and the tiny thing which is sitting on the books is Elf. So we're going to talk about who did Patrick's homework. So meet the boy who loved to play but not to work. So Patrick is a boy. He's the main character of the story who don't like to do his homework. He's always annoyed with the homeworks he had given by the teachers. He always used to play outside the home, not attentive, very lazy for doing things and to solve his problems. So how Patrick learned an important lesson by doing hard work is our story. So the homework nightmare. So what is the homework nightmare? So Patrick grades were terrible. So his teachers were always telling him to do his homework, but he was not always doing his homework. He never did his homework, always went out home and he was always playing, doing time pass and all that. So he felt like his brain was shrinking instead of growing. Yes, he felt so. So one day, what happened? In his house, he saw a little cat playing with a tiny doll. But it wasn't a doll, it was a tiny elf, looking very scared. And so the Patrick, being a kind-hearted boy, despite of his laziness, and he quickly rescued the little elf from his playful cat. So what happened the next? So the magical bargain. So the Patrick has helped the elf. So in turn, he was asking a favor of help. So what is the elf's plea? So elf was grateful for being saved. So promised Patrick a wish. So he granted a wish for Patrick. So as he has helped them, right? So he granted a wish. So he's cured that, oh my god, so he can do whatever he wants because he's having a wish. So I will grant you one back. So Alf told that he will grant him a wish. So Patrick has to wish something. So what will be the Patrick's wish? So let's read about that. So Patrick Green, so he watched that what will happen. So he wished the elf would do all his homework until the end of the semester, like 335 days. So no more schools. He was thinking that if elf will do all of his homework, he will not do nothing and he will not go, he will not have extra work after school for this next semester or the end of the semester. He was thinking like this. So if elf is going to help, everything is solved. This was the thing going on in his mind. So elf's dilemma. So the elf faced wrinkle like old cloth. He was an elf, not a homework wizard, but a promise is a promise. So Elf was not aware of all the humans do. He is just a elf. He's not aware of human things and all this. What is homework? What are the subjects? What he has to do? He's not aware of anything. But he has promised the Patrick that he's gonna grant a wish. So because of that, he has promised. So let's see what's next. So the elves help. So the little elf started Patrick's homework. So the elf started his homework, but he had a big problem. He was having a big problem. What is his problem? He didn't know anything about any subject. So yes, as I was talking earlier, he was not aware of subjects. So what is math? You don't know what is math. So for math, the elf needed help. Like we don't know what addition is, what subtraction is, what fraction is. So even the timetables, he don't know nothing about maths. So he took the help of Patrick. So Patrick had to guide him through it all. So when Elf was doing his maths homework, Patrick helped him throughout the maths subject. Later, when it comes to the turn of English errors, even Elf was not aware of English errors, right? He was not aware of that. So when it came to English, Elf did not know what the word meant. He don't know what our words are, right? As he don't know nothing, again he took off Patrick's help. So Patrick had to know, he had to look up the word in the dictionary and sound them out and even explain the grammar rules. So all of this were being done with Patrick. So he took the help of the elf took the help of Patrick. So Patrick helped him with the English errors also. And also the history thing. History was all hassles. So history was the worst thing. So for Elf. So Elf was just shouted, what the man history? So he was not aware about history. So he shouted at Patrick that what is this history? Get me a book. So people like Patrick had to read all the chapters of the history and explain the facts and the dates to the elf, right? So what happened next after all the homeworks have been done uh, with the help of Patrick and also elf was also able to solve everything, right? Then comes the Patrick's ununite unintended transformation. What was his transformation? What led him to the transformation? So day after day, Patrick's upslate was being, increasing. He has become a hard worker, like working hard even before he helped the elf. Like he has started becoming more hardworking with every subject. So every question he was reading, researching, and even teaching also. By the time of 35 days, Patrick was exhausted, but something amazed had happened. So what happened here is something amazing happened in Patrick's life. So he had completed everything with the help of Elf, right? What happened? So the big reveal. So his grades had increased, his attitude has been changed, he totally became a new boy. So what happened here is the Patrick's grades and assignments have been increased and every teacher has been amazed with his performance and his parents were also thrilled. Yes, even his attitude has also been changed. So he hasn't just getting good grades, but he was genuinely interested in learning. So he felt developed and confident and also very refreshing and fresh. So what is he? A changed boy. So no longer was a lazy boy. So Patrick is no longer a lazy boy. So he became a model student. So full curiosity and eagerness to learn. He was a full curiosity and eagerness to learn. So he truly became the master of his own destiny. So he is the one who is the master of his own destiny. So the true mastermind behind the homework. So who is the true mastermind here? Yes. So the Patrick is the true mastermind behind his homework. It is not the elf, right? So at the end of the story, so Patrick thought the elf did his homework, but who really did it? It wasn't the little elf at all. Patrick had done it himself. The elf by pending to be helpless, tricked the Patrick into doing all the homework he has made. He's smarter and master of his homework. Yes. So, the story, the moral of the story. You are your own best helper. Right? You are the own best helper. So, hard work, dedication, and believing in yourself are the real secrets to success. You have to power to achieve amazing things if you put in the effort. Just like Patrick, when you put in your mind to something and hardworking, you will surprise yourself with what you can accomplish. Yes. So, as we can see, Patrick has accomplished it. Even you can also accomplish it. Thank you. So, a special thanks to the Coral Moore, a brilliant author who brought Patrick's story to life. So, the author, the Moore, is wonderful children's author known to her engaging stories that teaches valuable life lessons in a fun and memorable way. She loves creating characters that children can relate. So she has also discovered like the strengths and adventures of challenges, like what the children do face, and she bring it into the storyline. Yes.